Good morning to our viewers in St. Martin and around the world. You're watching SXM Daily News Magazine, a live weekly show to bring you up to date with the latest news, current events, and feature stories. I'm Fernando Clark, all alone today. Well, it has been a very, very busy week in St. Martin again, and we'll be bringing you news on all that has been happening. Well, we've had the budget. People are talking about the traffic on the roads. It seems to be like 24/7 non-stop traffic. And we'll be looking at the weather and much, much more. Yes, it has indeed been a very, very hectic week. And as we approach the Christmas holidays, there's so much going on the island. People are gearing up for Christmas in their own ways, of course. And of course, we have in Phillipsburg on Saturday and Sunday, the Magic. It's called Phillipsburg Turns Magical. That's both on Saturday and Sunday, where vendors will be coming out and selling their products and lots of entertainment. The highlight of Saturday is King Timo with his Christmas renditions. And on Sunday, we will have, Pastor Franklin Bell. He will be headlining on Sunday. So there's really much to do on St. Martin as we head up to the Christmas holidays. Don't forget, there's lots more going on around the island, and lots will be going on until we get into Christmas. Christmas is next Saturday, and Monday it's what we call Boxing Day. So it's a Christmas weekend. Let's see what all of that will bring for us. Let's look at some of our top stories in this broadcast today. The stories headlining today's broadcast are: the budget debate ends with heated inquiry on deficit approval, the latest on the new COVID variant, and the weekend weather report, and much more. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And a Santa hat, you put the X in Christmas. Snuggle up like a polar cat, you put the X in Christmas. Santa's sleigh will dive to the ground the moment that you are around. Come over here, girl, put away business, let's put the X in Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Candy cane stockings and a hooded top, you put the X in Christmas. Silver bells jingling non-stop, you put the X in Christmas. Your dress is glowing like an open fire, you're the present girl that I desire. Come over here, girl, put away business, let's put the X in Christmas, yeah!
Can't believe the internet is still not back.
What else is new?
That's it. We're switching to Tele. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, we get that a lot. Ready to get started?
Yes, please, right this way.
Whoa. That's it. We're all set up. Any questions?
Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.
So sorry for the delay. Absolutely, we'll get that done. Just give me 2 minutes.
I'm right behind you. Get down, get down, get down. Every time.
Organic Creations is your place when looking for natural health supplements and whole foods. We supply a wide variety of herbal teas, multivitamins, liquid herbs, artist life products, organic nuts and grains, essential oils, and supplements for a wide variety of health conditions, all at reasonable price. Our certified nutritionist is the perfect guide for supplements that best suit you. Inquire also about our gift certificate for that special someone. Remember, your health is your responsibility. So visit Organic Creations today at shop number 1 in the Orange Grove Shopping Center there in Colby, or call us at 721-523-9496. We open Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Organic Creations, where your health is top priority.
Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and Lucky's Wholesale. These are the Lucky group of companies for all your beauty supplies. We offer a wide selection of professional hair care products like Pantene, Tresemme, Vitals, Motions, and Suave. Hair relaxers and natural hair products such as Oris Olive Oil, Mega Growth, Africa Best Natural, Creme of Nature, and Organics, just to name a few. They also carry Dove lotions, deodorants, shampoos, and body wash, Avon Timely perfumes and deodorants, Next line of shampoo, body washes, lotions, and body sprays, Secret and Fa deodorants and body wash. For the men, we carry a selection of beauty products also, such as Axe body spray and lotions, Root shaving products, Old Spice shaving products, including Suave shampoo and conditioners. In Lucky 2, we carry Maybelline Cosmetics and L'Oreal color and hair dyes, hair extensions, wigs in all styles, shapes, and colors. And from the Yannick collection, we have synthetic and human hair. Also an electronics section with gaming accessories, jewelry, and watches by Seiko, Casio, and Citizen, and a wide selection of household cleaning products. Visit any of the Lucky group of companies, Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and our wholesale department.
SXM Daily News Magazine will be broadcast live every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Valerie Van Putten and Fernando Clark. The magazine news features local news, world news, sports, politics, business, Caribbean news, health, fashion, and entertainment. The program airs simultaneously on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, www.stmartinmediacenter.com. Repeats on TV 15 on Saturday at 6 p.m. and on Sunday at 9 p.m. You can call 580-0627 or 580-0351, email sxmdailynews@gmail.com. For any developing news, go to our website, www.stmartinmediacenter.com.
And welcome back, everyone. Here is the latest on the Omicron variant. As we monitor reports of Omicron, the World Health Organization on Tuesday warned that the new COVID-19 Omicron variant is spreading faster than any previous strain. They added that it is probably present in most countries of the world, according to CNBC report. Omicron is spreading at a rate we have not seen with any previous variant. The World Health Organization Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus said during a COVID update in Geneva. 77 countries have now reported cases of Omicron, and the reality is that Omicron is probably in most countries, even if it hasn't been detected as yet. Tedros said the World Health Organization is worried that countries are dismissing Omicron as a mild variant, CNBC added. While Omicron is more contagious, clarity is needed on whether the strain causes more or mild severe disease than past variants of the coronavirus. According to Dr. Mike Ryan, the executive director of the WHO Health Emergencies Program, mitigation measures like masking and social distancing won't fully stop transmission of the virus, but they will reduce the pressure on health systems around the world. And in other news, Parliament handles the 2022 draft budget in the Central Committee. Earlier this week, the budget of 2022 was brought to Parliament for debate over 2 months of the constitutional required date. The draft budget has a deficit of 124.1 million guilders and projected earnings of 409.3 million guilders, and an expenditure of 553.4 million guilders. While indicators of a productive tourist season have been surpassed, the Minister of Finance, Atwell Arian, stated a few weeks ago that there will be a need for liquidity support in 2022. The approval of the budget, which was slated to be completed yesterday, Friday, December 17th, will take place in a public meeting in January of 2022. This decision followed protests from several opposition members of parliament who agreed that rushing the budget in a week was not prudent. Their considerations were adopted by the President of Parliament, who closed the Central Committee meeting due to the Kingdom Council of Ministers' deferred decision to allow the island to have a deficit in its budget. According to our Constitution, the budget must be balanced and approval for a budget with a deficit must be given by the Kingdom Council of Ministers. Few MPs termed the impasse a constitutional crisis. They questioned the Prime Minister for withholding information of the government's decision to retract its support for the Coho, although the government previously stated on few occasions that they are satisfied with the changes of the proposal. This retraction led to the deferred decision that prompted the following reaction from MPs.
What I don't want, Madam Chair, is for the Minister of Plenipotentiary to be playing with my emotions. Don't do that. No. Because the last time when we had a discussion concerning the Minister of Plenipotentiary accepting the conditions unconditionally, Madam Chair Lady, we couldn't get an answer of who authorized you to do it, when was it done, why did you do it, who is responsible. It was a whole back and forth, and up to this present moment, we still don't know. We still don't know. I know the Honorable Minister can say, oh, those questions are for Azed. That's what he's going to say. Those questions are for Azed. But Madam Chair, the Minister of Plenipotentiary of St. Martin works for whom? For whom? I would like to know, Madam Chair, through you to the Honorable Minister, truthfully, has there been a discussion, was there a discussion with the government, the COM, and with the Council of Ministers to the Minister of Plenipotentiary, Rene Violinas, to join together with the other islands to reject the Coho? If yes, when and why? Madam Chair, I would like to also ask the Honorable Minister, is it so that the Minister of Plenipotentiary can operate on his own without informing the government of St. Martin, the Prime Minister of St. Martin?
I'd say all of this to say I support the request for us before continuing to get clarity, because this story is just going to go on and on and on. What has happened? Did the Minister Plenipotentiary of St. Martin, like his colleagues, get instruction from the government of St. Martin to say in today's meeting of the Kingdom Council of Ministers, we are no longer in agreement with the draft Coho law which is on the table, yes or no? If that is the case, that did happen, what transpired between the Prime Minister presentations to Parliament yesterday and that decision? Could not Parliament have been given at least an indication that there were reservations from the government regarding this law, and that would have come up rather than the issue about the deficit budget? Remember, Madam Chair Lady, that a balanced budget, forget about the CFT and who else, forget about the CFT and who else. A balanced budget is a constitutional requirement of St. Martin, our constitution.
I'm extremely happy that government has finally taken a position to state, I am not going to go along for some more chips. Then let me pull a line And let me see how I can cough up that 300 million that I owe them. And if I have to sell off some things, let me sell it off and tell them, don't worry, looking back, and don't worry looking at no future, because we don't have one together. They wrote a pretty regeerakkoord. Yet, the only thing they're helping is to give another 13 million to the TBO. So they can continue locking up people down here. Because that's the intention. They are undermining the government every step they get. And here you now come and state that you will not be given permission to cover your deficit, a deficit that the TBO covered. And I'm saying them because they're the ones that keep creating this nonsense.
I refuse, Madam Chair Lady, to allow this Parliament and actually the people of Seman to continue to be gaslit by some of their own representatives, because that's what's being done. And for those who don't know the definition of gaslighting, Google is your friend. MP Westcott asked many of the questions I had, so I don't actually need to repeat all of them, but through you to the Prime Minister, Madam Chair, I am curious as to the advice you received regarding not having a brief closed-door session with us to inform us about the strategy for today's Mayor. We keep hearing that this is a transparent government. We work very well, as MP Boncampa said earlier, the relationship that we've gotten to with this government, so why could we not have gotten a clue last night is essentially my question. And the one question from MP Westcott that I will repeat, specifically for St. Martin, what was brought forward as points of concern, because there were things or there were concerns, it doesn't cut it anymore. I would be okay with a bulleted list, to be honest, but if MP Westcott wants more, I guess she will request that herself. This is really why, we continuously ask for government's position, for their clarity on certain topics, because we don't get it. And then if it's questioned, we indeed ourselves get gaslit and chided for even questioning these things. And then told that, this is a transparent government, etc. But many who are doing the gaslighting would not tolerate this if it was other people sitting across from us today.
Some of us don't understand constitutionally, or maybe the experience still hasn't given us the clarity as to what our authority is according to the Constitution. So leave the old school tactics in the past, because this is a serious concern. This is a constitutional crisis. Article 100 gives us the budget right. That is one of the most important tasks of Parliament. We are supposed to get enough time to go through it. The Raad van Advies was very clear on this in their advice on this same budget. Like my colleague MP Gum said, we received the budget last week, and we received the elucidation on the Getallenboek 2 days ago. So if some MPs don't understand why the sentiment came to actually stop this deliberation, then let me explain it. It is because the Constitution itself aims to give us at least 3 months to peruse the budget. So we need time to do our due diligence as MPs. Maybe some of us in here are so good that whilst driving to the Parliament building, they can go through a 300-page document, but I'm not. So to say, let's just continue with the Central Committee because that is our right, that is a blatant disrespect to our authority. We need to get the time to go through it. And right now, it is not supposed to be forced. That's just how it is, period. So let's not stray from the topic, because those tricks are out the window. We need to come for solutions, right? So what if we pass this budget now? What happens then? I can tell you what happens. Absolutely nothing, according to our Constitution. Like MP Westcott said, the Ombudsman, if she would have done her role good at that time, would have had to send that to the Constitutional Court, and immediately our past budget would have been not in convention with our Constitution. So let's try to think 2 steps ahead this time.
I think if we were serious about having a relationship based on mutual trust, and yes, MP Westcott Williams, through you, Madam Chair, I have come in here and said that the working relationship regarding the landspakketten between our civil servants and those of the Netherlands have improved to the point that we have received, and this is also a point all 3 prime ministers have made, that we have received in the last uitvoeringsagenda good reviews. So here you are as countries doing everything you promised to do, and it appears you're being punished on the back end, despite having done everything. And this is so reminiscent to me of what happened in June that it is amazing. We could not agree that this right is being removed from it being handled via the concept upon consensus. We do not believe that a forced consensus is a real consensus. At the end of the day, it will have to come to the parliaments. But like MP Boncampo said, if it boils down to will you be able to feed the people or not, there's a large chance we're going to go with what's best for the people. So indeed, we have a month spailing to be able to have those discussions before the next RMR. We do not know what other changes will take place in terms of the new government sitting, but indeed, maybe this was the last hurrah, and so the goals of the State Secretary were not met in ensuring that the COHO concept with its amendment could make it to the second chamber as he had promised. But there is a better cognizance within the Netherlands. There is a better understanding within the Netherlands since we have been putting the words out there. And I must say, based on everything that's going on, the press release that was supposed to be issued this morning has not been issued yet from St. Martin. And I take responsibility for that. The fact that the agenda of the RMR is confidential and you cannot openly discuss what is going on. It would have been better, yes, yesterday to have had a closed-door meeting. Unfortunately, the time for that with everything else and the budget handling did not present itself, and so that did not take place. During the day, in between my two stints in Parliament yesterday, we had the emergency Ministerrat calm meeting.
Those were some highlights on Friday's Central Committee meeting on Budget 2022. Now let's take a look at our weather forecast. Today through Sunday morning will be partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with isolated showers. Isolated showers can be expected as brisk winds transport moisture associated with an old frontal boundary across the local area. Rough sea conditions are forecast for the entire weekend. Although sea levels will gradually subside, conditions will warrant an advisory staying in place, and swimmers and occupants of small crafts are urged to stay offshore to prevent personal injury or death and or material damage. The outlook through Monday morning will be partly cloudy and breezy with passing showers possible. And now let's take a look at our 3-day forecast. You're watching SXM Daily News Magazine. Coming up next after our break, St. Martin takes strong stance of Miss World fiasco. Justice Ministry's highlights of the budget debate and more. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Can't believe the internet is still not back.
What else is new?
That's it. We're switching to Tele. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, we get that a lot. Ready to get started?
Yes, please, right this way.
That's it. We're all set up. Any questions?
Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.
So sorry for the delay. Absolutely, we get that done. Just give me 2 minutes.
I'm right behind you. Get down. Every time.
Skirt and a Santa hat, you put the X in Christmas. Snuggle up like a polar cat, you put the X in Christmas. Santa's sleigh will dive to the ground the moment that you are around. Come over here, girl, put away business, let's put the X in Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Candy cane style crackers and a hooted top. You put the X in Christmas. Silver bells jingling non-stop. You put the X in Christmas. Your dress glowing like an open fire. You're the present girl that I desire. Come over here, girl, put away business. Let's put the X in Christmas, yeah.
Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and Lucky's Wholesale. These are the Lucky group of companies for all your beauty supplies. We offer a wide selection of professional hair care products like Pantene, Tresemme, Vitals, Motions, and Suave. Hair relaxers and natural hair products such as Oris Olive Oil, Mega Growth, Africa Best Natural, Creme of Nature, and Organics, just to name a few. They also carry Dove lotions, deodorants, shampoos, and body wash, Avon Timely perfumes and deodorants, Sanex line of shampoo, body washes, lotions, and body sprays, Secret and Fa deodorants and body wash. For the men, we carry a selection of beauty products also, such as Axe body spray and lotions, Root shaving products, Old Spice shaving products, including Suave shampoo and conditioners. In Lucky 2, we carry Maybelline Cosmetics and L'Oreal color and hair dyes, hair extensions, wigs in all styles, shapes, and colors. And from the Yannick collection, we have synthetic and human hair. Also an electronics section with gaming accessories, jewelry, and watches by Seiko, Casio, and Citizen, and a wide selection of household cleaning products. Visit any of the Lucky group of companies, Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and our wholesale department.
Organic Creations is your place when looking for natural health supplements and whole foods. We supply a wide variety of herbal teas, multivitamins, liquid herbs, Artist Life products, organic nuts and grains, essential oils, and supplements for a wide variety of health conditions, all at reasonable price. Our certified nutritionist is the perfect guide for supplements that best suit you. Inquire also about our gift certificate for that special someone. Remember, your health is your responsibility. So visit Organic Creations today at shop number 1 in the Orange Grove Shopping Center there in Colby, or call us at 721-523-9496. We open Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Organic Creations, where your health is top priority.
And welcome back, and thank you for watching. This is SXM Daily News Magazine. Our next story, St. Martin misrepresented in Miss World. A slew of uproar took place this weekend upon the news of Lara Mateo, a resident of the French side who represented the island during Miss World 2021 in Puerto Rico. The competition, which is now postponed due to an outbreak of COVID-19, led to many questions of how Mateo was selected, considering that none of the governments of either side of the island supported her. Apparently, an independent license holder in Guadeloupe scouted the 24-year-old Lara, whose representation in Miss World led to criticism of the misspelling of the island's name, lack of cultural promotion, and little professionalism exhibited. Independent Member of Parliament Christopher Emmanuel brought the issue forward in Parliament with the following remarks.
Who owns the right to Miss World franchise for St. Martin? Madam Chairlady, how was this contestant chosen? Was there a local pageant held? If yes, when, where? Madam Chair, was the St. Martin Tourism Bureau involved in terms of budget sponsorship? Who gave permission for this person to represent the country and carry on with our flag? Madam Chair, do we even know if this person is a legal resident on the southern side of the island? Madam Chair, I want to know. Madam Chair, I want to know. Because it can't be. Madam Chair, I don't see no representation of me. I don't see it. And we all can scrub our face and turn it as much as we want because they don't like what I'm saying, but that's what it is. I see no representation of me. But you're wrapped in my flag, draped in it, sitting on it, and then saying you're representing St. Martin. I have an issue with that.
That's Independent Member of Parliament Christophe Emmanuel. In other news, parliamentarians and minister addresses justice concerns. During the Central Committee meeting on the draft 2022 budget, Member of Parliament questioned the Minister of Justice, Anna Richardson, on her plans for the ministry, which is one of the largest in government. Parliamentarians questioned the minister on the reasoning for budget allocations and the execution of tasks. Let's take a look at several highlights.
Notes to the budget, draft budget 2022. Under your immigration chapter, amongst other things, is mentioned an objective of immigration being the employment of qualified locals first. And how does the ministry seek to accomplish that goal? What are you doing under and in immigration to meet that objective of employment of qualified locals first? And what is the ministry thinking of when it projects the intention of an in-depth review of the immigration function? What is going to be reviewed? Again, with what objective is an in-depth review of the immigration function going to take place? Thank you, Minister, for the answer, because it was a question that I had with respect to a police office in Colby. But you have explained why the current or the previous one could not be maintained and that another location is being looked at. Madam Chair, Lady to the Minister, under overtime, generally in the ministry's budget, we have a significant cut in 2021, a similar amount being projected for 2022, yet in 2020, it was close to double the amount which is budgeted. So question, does the minister have any indication? I know we haven't closed off this year yet, but any indication whether the budgeted amount of 2-point-something million for 2021, are we within that range? One, if in 2020 we had more than 4 million actually expended in overtime, how does the ministry expect to have overtime executed at the amount budgeted, which for 2022, like 2021, is 2.5 or in any case 2-point-something million guilders? Is that a matter of efficiency? Is that a matter of just cuts in overtime? So if the minister can give a better projection of those different things. Again, the year 2020, as reported in the budget, was more than 4 million guilders for overtime of the Ministry of Justice.
The Minister of Justice responded to questions and provided an insight into the details for the draft budget of the ministry. Here's a brief snippet of the minister's response on ankle bracelets, back pay of workers, and the police substation.
It's good to see an amount of 2.2 million allocated for back pay for the justice workers, but is this thing realistic for the Justice Department? I would like to know a timeline for these payments for the Justice Department. The 2.2 million reserved on the budget line 5202434498 is considered the remaining 50% that was identified for justice workers in January 2020. Though the process is on the way to confirm what the actual figure will be, the Ministry of Justice and the Ministry of Finance anticipates that the 2.2 million guilders will cover the balance of outstanding payments. Minister, what do you think about the ankle bracelet? Don't you think it would be cheaper for the people to pay for the ankle bracelets? The Ministry of Justice is exploring different options for inmates to contribute back to society when they are conditionally released. The proposal for paying to serve the remainder of one sentence on an ankle bracelet is definitely an option I am particularly interested in exploring, because at this time, the financial weight that the country is carrying to facilitate the penalties for persons who have broken the law continues to sink this country into further debt. Various assessments has been considered, however, for example, or has to be considered. So, for example, would the implementation of paying for conditional release via an ankle bracelet create class justice to some degree, whereby it might also create an undesirable division into inmates that have financial means to afford an ankle bracelet and will therefore be released versus inmates who do not have these funds and will remain imprisoned? Another aspect to consider is implementing a fee for the use of an ankle bracelet would also mean that inmates will be subjected to a financial obligation directly after they are released, and not all persons are able to afford this. Would this then mean or have an adverse effect that would drive those persons into committing new crimes to maintain their freedom? I move on to questions from MP Gums. I took note that the explanatory notes under Justice, there is a mention being made for a new office for KPSM to be placed in the Cold Bay area close to the Causeway Bridge. I recall some years ago that there was a discussion whereby an advice was made for this to be placed in the St. Peter's, South Reward, or Dutch Quarter area, and this was based on an advice received from KPSM. I would like to ask the Minister of Justice, what advice was received from KPSM to inform and support this office now being in the Cold Bay area instead? It was always the intention to have a substation in Cold Bay, St. Peter's, Lowlands, Dutch Quarter, and Belvedere. KPSM opened 3 substations in Maho, Mount William, opened 3 substations, namely Maho, Mount William Hill, where the former Justice Academy was, and Cold Bay. Due to the building being sold in Cold Bay, however, this substation had to be relocated to a new location. And the only substation that was not open was that in the St. Peter's area due to negotiations ongoing with the owners of that target building.
That was Minister of Justice, the Honorable Anna Richardson, during the Central Committee meeting of Parliament on the 2022 budget. The budget was termed by some MPs as a constitutional fiasco. I myself, I think that's taking it very far, but what has happened, I guess the first time in our history, the parliamentarians were not happy with information that was withheld by the Prime Minister. What is happening here is that we have a deficit budget. What does that mean? Our expenditures, or our projected expenditures, is more than our projected income. So we intend to spend more money than we are going to collect. Now, in order to have a deficit budget, we must receive permission from the Council of Ministers in the Netherlands. Without that, we cannot present a deficit budget. And with the governments of Curaçao, Aruba, and St. Martin now changing their minds on the coho, the Dutch government is now saying, hey, well, listen, people, there will be no more financial support in 2022, which will have an effect on our budget. Does it make sense to continue debating the budget? Well, that's up to Parliament to decide. Now, we are already late with the 2022 budget, and it has now been moved to January of 2022. Why? Because Parliament goes on a break from Monday, from this coming Monday, December 20th, Parliament will be on a break. And when they get back, they will continue with the debate. There are those who are of the opinion that Parliament could have move up their break, or at least one day during their break, come in and complete the debate on the budget. Well, it will take place in January of 2022. I think a budget although it is late in this particular case, should have gotten more attention. The parliamentarians also were not pleased with a budget being presented to them and to make a decision on that budget within a week. Usually the parliamentarians are given a longer period of time to go through the budget. The budget is not something you can just pick up and make a decision on it. It requires intense deliberation, and also the parliamentarians have to go through this with what we call a fine-tooth comb. So to give the parliamentarians 1 week to come up and vote or approve or disapprove the budget is really pushing it. So, but our budget is a very important issue. It is a law. You know, when the budget reaches Parliament, it becomes a law. So let's see what will happen. We'll keep our eyes on this story. And in January, whenever in January they come back and they go to the public meeting on which they will vote and determine whether the budget is carried or it is not, then we will bring you that information. We still have more to come in this segment of the news or of the magazine. Members of Parliament makes inquiry on the Registry of St. Martin laws. A gas explosion in Haiti leaves many dead, and a review of today's headlines. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and Lucky's Wholesale. These are the Lucky group of companies for all your beauty supplies. We offer a wide selection of professional hair care products like Pantene, Tresemme, Vitals, Motions, and Suave. Hair relaxers and natural hair products such as Oris Olive Oil, Mega Growth, Africa Best Natural, Creme of Nature, and Organics, just to name a few. They also carry Dove lotions, deodorants, shampoos, and body wash, Avon Timely perfumes and deodorants, Sanex line of shampoo, body washes, lotions, and body sprays, Secret and Fa deodorants and body wash. For the men, we carry a selection of beauty products also, such as Axe body spray and lotions, Root shaving products, Old Spice shaving products, including Suave shampoo and conditioners. In Lucky 2, we carry Maybelline Cosmetics and L'Oreal color and hair dyes, hair extensions, wigs in all styles, shapes, and colors. And from the Yannick collection, we have synthetic and human hair. Also an electronics section with gaming accessories, jewelry, and watches by Seiko, Casio, and Citizen, and a wide selection of household cleaning products. Visit any of the Lucky group of companies, Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and our wholesale department.
Organic Creations is your place when looking for natural health supplements and whole foods. We supply a wide variety of herbal teas, multivitamins, liquid herbs, Artist Life products, organic nuts and grains, essential oils, and supplements for a wide variety of health conditions, all at reasonable price. Our certified nutritionist is the perfect guide for supplements that best suit you. Inquire also about our gift certificate for that special someone. Remember, your health is your responsibility. So visit Organic Creations today at shop number 1 in the Orange Grove Shopping Center there in Colby, or call us at 721-523-9496. We open Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Organic Creations, where your health is top priority.
good, and a Santa hat. You put the X in Christmas. Snuggle up like a polar cat. You put the X in Christmas. Santa's sleigh will dive to the ground the moment that you are around. Come over here, girl, put away business. Let's put the X in Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Candy cane stockings and a hooded top. You put the X in Christmas. Silver bells jingling non-stop. You put the X in Christmas. Your dress glowing like an open fire. You're the present girl that I desire. Come over here, girl, put away business. Let's put the X in Christmas, yeah.
And welcome back. Let's get into our other stories. MP Bryson highlights the need for ordinance database. This week, in the Central Committee meeting of the draft 2022 budget, United People's Party leader and Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson inquired about a letter he sent to the Prime Minister on the access to a database of our laws. The digitizing and translation of our laws has often been a topic of debate in Parliament and the public. Here are his comments.
I sent a letter to the Prime Minister requesting some attention be given to the legislative database that we have as a country. What I mean by that is often when we want to look for legislation online, most of that is available on the website overhead.nl. Apparently, there is a sort of a service level agreement between us and this entity. It's called overhead.nl. It's not clear to me whether that is the actual government or is it a third party that is just keeping all of the legislation from Holland, Bonaire, Curacao, all of them are there. As of late, however, it has been very difficult to find legislation. They've somehow done a revamp or migration to a new system, and it's become very difficult to find legislation. In particular, the explanatory memorandum of legislation is, for many of them, nowhere to be found online. What does the Prime Minister have planned to expand on this, that we have officially? At what point can we get to the point where all legislation related to St. Martin, all national ordinances and LBHAMs at least, are available online in one source? Sometimes you could go to the government website and find another, then you go over to hey.nl. This will make our job as legislators so much easier if we can have a central place to get this information. Madam Chair, while I'm at it, I need to ask for this particular one. We have been trying to find the Memorie van Toelichting of the National Ordinance on Expropriation for a few weeks. I can't find it anywhere. There's a reason we're asking for that. But where is that? Can that be provided to Parliament if it hasn't been done already? Or where does one go to find these explanatory memorandum legislation that have not been amended? So maybe they're being carried over from Netherlands and Antilles and have never been digitally archived.
Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson. And my viewers, I'm just thinking of how do we in St. Martin celebrate Christmas? Over the years, the manner in which we celebrate Christmas has changed. I remember in the days of the 70s and the 80s and maybe even into the 90s, serenading was a big part of Christmas, our celebration or leading up to Christmas. Whether it was string bands, whether it was church choirs, whether it was individuals or group of people just going from door to door, serenading, or in the public, like on the square. We used to have choirs serenading, and string bands would go from home to home or sometime at a location, and we don't see that anymore. And I don't know if anybody else miss the serenading, but I do. When I hear the string band music, and if you listen to all the local or even Caribbean Christmas songs, many of them carry the string band because that's part of our culture. According to my recollection, and I stand to be corrected, serenading was made illegal on the southern side of St. Martin, on the Dutch side, some years ago, because it was in a defense of people going from door to door and holding up people in their homes, pretending to be serenaders, and they would hold up people. So it was made illegal, and like I say, I stand to be corrected. But it was stopped. Serenading was stopped. And I really miss the serenading. We used to have activities, particularly on the square, with music playing, entertainment, and serenading. Today, we look at things like, what do we partake of during Christmas? What do we eat? What do we drink? If you listen to most, if not all, of the Christmas songs, Caribbean Christmas songs, particularly in St. Martin, you'll hear about drinking rum, drinking guava berry, drinking punch, and that sort of thing. And then the foods would be, your turkey, your ham, and then the other treats such as puddings, and so on. There's a song that says, drink a rum and a punch a creamer, But is that what Christmas is really all about? The eating, the drinking, even the serenading and so on. Christmas time is a time where people who haven't been to church for either a wedding or funeral, you'll find them in church during Christmas. That's for sure. Christmas and Old Year's night. It seems as if that too is at the part of our culture or custom, if I could call it that you go to church on Christmas, preferably early in the morning, so that you have the rest of the day to, do your other things. Well, how you choose to celebrate your Christmas, I say, make it merry and safe and healthy. Let's get back into the news. Over 70 persons dead in gas explosion in Cap Haitien. Dozens of people were injured after a fuel tanker exploded in the northern city of Cap Haitien early on Tuesday, December 14th. The death toll from the explosion of the fuel truck in the second largest city in the northern Haiti has risen to 75, according to local reports. This devastation has rattled the nation, which struggled to cope with political crisis and natural disasters. The truck derailed on Okap, as the local call it, while trying to avoid running over a motorbike, according to Al Jazeera. Witnesses reported that residents rushed towards the tanker after the accident to collect some of the spilled petrol before the vehicle exploded into a fireball, damaging cars, homes, and shops in the neighborhood. Haiti has endured weeks of fuel shortages aggravated by a month-long blockade by gangs earlier this year on fuel terminals in the capital, Port-au-Prince, and surrounding areas. The blockade was eased in November as hospitals were on the verge of shutting down, but shortages and spiraling petrol prices have persisted, Al Jazeera reported. Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry said, "We are sad that so many people got hurt and so many people died," during a news conference. He later announced on Twitter that the government is preparing a state funeral for the victims and releasing funds to aid with the tragedy. And coming up next in our final stories for today, St. Martin siblings compete in International Swimming Championship, and local star player in the Netherlands talks about his success, and Lucky Cosmetics to open a mega center soon. We'll be right back after this break.
Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and Lucky's Wholesale. These are the Lucky group of companies for all your beauty supplies. We offer a wide selection of professional hair care products like Pantene, Tresemme, Vitals, Motions, and Suave. Hair relaxers and natural hair products such as Oris Olive Oil, Mega Growth, Africa Best Natural, Creme of Nature, and Organics, just to name a few. They also carry Dove lotions, deodorants, shampoos, and body wash, Avon Timely perfumes and deodorants, Sanex line of shampoo, body washes, lotions, and body sprays, Secret and Fa deodorants and body wash. For the men, we carry a selection of beauty products also, such as Axe body spray and lotions, Root shaving products, Old Spice shaving products, including Suave shampoo and conditioners. In Lucky 2, we carry Maybelline Cosmetics and L'Oreal color and hair dyes, hair extensions, wigs in all styles, shapes, and colors. And from the Yannick collection, we have synthetic and human hair. Also an electronics section with gaming accessories, jewelry, and watches by Seiko, Casio, and Citizen, and a wide selection of household cleaning products. Visit any of the Lucky group of companies, Lucky 2, Shoppers Plaza, and our wholesale department.
Organic Creations is your place when looking for natural health supplements and whole foods. We supply a wide variety of herbal teas, multivitamins, liquid herbs, Artist Life products, organic nuts and grains, essential oils, and supplements for a wide variety of health conditions, all at a reasonable price. Our certified nutritionist is the perfect guide for supplements that best suits you. Inquire also about our gift certificate for that special someone. Remember, your health is your responsibility. So visit Organic Creations today at shop number 1 in the Orange Grove Shopping Center there in Colby, or call us at 721-523-9496. We open Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Organic Creations, where your health is top priority.
Red skirt and a Santa hat, you put the X in Christmas. Snuggle up like a polar cat, you put the X in Christmas. Santa's sleigh will dive to the ground the moment that you are around. Come over here, girl, put away business, let's put the X in Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Candy cane stockings and a hooded top, you put the X in Christmas. Silver bells jingling non-stop, you put the X in Christmas. The dress is glowing like an open fire, you're the present girl that I desire. Come over here, girl, put away business, let's put the X in Christmas, yeah.
And thank you for staying with us. In our final stories, the Ellis sisters compete in Dubai. St. Martin is proud and elated with the swim duo dubbed the Ellis sisters, Tatiana and Niobe Abi Ellis, who are competing in the final World Swimming Competition in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The siblings both qualified to compete after their successful performance in the Puerto Rico International Swimming Open in October of 2021. The championship, which began on December 16, will end on the 21st of the month. According to a post from the Department of Sports, Abby qualified with a time of 30.35 seconds at the International Open in Puerto Rico in her first World Championship race on Thursday, the 16th, and swam the 100 meters freestyle with 1 minute, 14 seconds and 97 milliseconds. Earlier today, Tatiana's meet in the 50-meter butterfly resulted in her placing 6th at the 31 seconds, 99 milliseconds. Her next race is now the 50-meter freestyle, 2 days from today. And in other news, as we continue, Denzel Richardson expresses wish for sports on St. Martin. Former MLB player and current Dutch national team batter Denzel Richardson sat down with Ralph Contav on his radio program, The News Behind the News, where he discussed his journey in becoming a pro baseball player. He also became a life coach and fitness trainer. Richardson also plays for the Amsterdam Pirates and is ranked as the best player in the Netherlands. During the conversation, he shared his wish for the elevation of sports on St. Martin, and he said the following.
I wish we had some professional guidance. We had people with good hearts. There are people that help out, and I'm really appreciative of that. But they have a lot of talent on the island. And when I would say talent, I would say raw talent.
Yeah.
And you see this growing up, and I experienced it already. I was very talented, but I was very raw. Run, but maybe my arms wasn't in the correct position. Throwing, but maybe my arm wasn't the right. Same thing. You're not perfected. You're not polished. So what we lack in St. Martin, I would say even right now, is polish. Polished coaches that can polish you, and they can just give you the right things. And I was raised by, if I hit the ball hard, hey, good swing. But in actuality, that was a horrible swing. It was a long swing, because if the velocity is more faster, I can't hit it because I'm too long. So we just lack professionalism in that aspect, and that's why it drove me to become the person I am, to be the best in my field, is that I can give the next generation professional guidance, professional mental guidance, for one, that's number one, and two, techniques and form that they can be excel. They can be, you're using your talent to the most and not getting half polishment or half. You want to maximize the individual to its peak. So that's the whole thing about what we lack as an island. And proper people that take sports seriously, like events, being on time, something that gives kids, because I remember I was excited about this going to start, game on this, game on that, and people just not taking it serious. The board is not serious on sports, and there's no kind of for sure structure. It's just on and off. You don't know. Yeah, sorry, and it's not professional in that aspect as well. I don't know if it's better now, but back then it was a scramble. And as of now too, I'm really happy that they start back with baseball. But also too, these are small steps that people in the leadership role need to always be on point on making the best out of the league, even though it just started with the Pelican Baseball League. Shout out to Omar and Dima. And I'm really happy that they start. But now even though you start, I don't know how things are running right now, even though you start, make sure you're a person of responsibility, accountability, that people say, okay, you start this, make sure everything is on point. And that's the true thing of a leader. People need to depend and look up to you.
Leaders set the tone.
Yeah, exactly. So I just even though I've been to one practice, and to be honest, it was mediocre. There was no structure and anything. But hopefully, people that take the roles of coaching and everything would set a tone for individuals that they can carry through life. Because at the moment, they still have young men that I would say 21, 22, and they have mediocre practices. Nobody's serious about anything. Those people don't take that same mentality and bring it to the streets. Nothing gonna change. Nothing is changing within them. You understand? So if we don't set a tone as coaches, as whoever guys of leadership and anything like that, how can we expect our generation to get better? Everybody gonna think everything is relaxed and 5 o'clock, 5:30 they reach in, 5:15, I was late, man. There's no stern rules for them to
diligence.
Yeah, they don't have that, and it's still slow here. It's still slow here. That's why it has come to Martin, and I'm like, man, I can't stay here too long here, because the mentality and the way people think and it's limiting. That's why it's that's why I left actually to live somewhere else, because I know if I stayed here, I would never reach any heights that I reached right now, because the mentality and the friends that I'm around too as well, they hindering me from.
That was the talented Denzel Richardson. In our final news item, Lucky's Cosmetics to launch shopping mall. Lucky's Cosmetics, where you can find a variety of products ranging from beauty supplies, electronics, hair products, and more, is pleased to announce a shopping experience the whole family will be able to enjoy. The new branch, which is located in Cahill, will be opening its doors very soon. Lucky's new location promises products that will cater to the full body care of both male and female. This shopper's haven will be an experience like none other found on the island. In the meantime, customers looking for affordable gift item for this holiday season, wholesale or retail, can visit their 3 locations in Phillipsburg. And I'd like to thank you all for watching today's broadcast of St. Martin, or say SXM Daily News Magazine. We encourage you to like, share, and follow our Facebook page and our YouTube page at SXM Daily News for more updates, and feel free to email us your reviews or stories as sxmdailynews@gmail.com. If you witnessed or were tipped about a breaking news story, then WhatsApp us at 721-580-0627. Our broadcasts and other entertaining and informational archives can be accessed at stmartinmediacenter.com. By the way, you can also rewatch this live broadcast later this evening at 6 p.m. on TV 15 and on Sunday at 9 p.m. as well. As this is our last broadcast for the year, I take this opportunity on behalf of all of us here at SXM Daily News Magazine. We wish you a safe and pleasant Christmas and a prosperous New Year. On New Year's Day, or I should say on Christmas Day, we will bring you a Christmas special, so make sure look out for that. We'll see you next year on the 8th of January. Blessings.